Welcome, everyone, to the National Gaga League draft. We have a small group here, but that's okay. We're going to have an awesome league this year, and it's going to be awesome. So before we start, I'm just going to get into the rules of the draft a little bit. So each captain will have 3 minutes to make their picks, and at the end of the 3 minutes, they have to have somebody who they want to draft. If a team would like to make a trade, they have to offer the trade within the first minute and a half of their time on the clock, or else they are not allowed to. If they propose it in the first minute and a half, like they're allowed to, the clock will stop and they are allowed to discuss a trade offer. And if it gets declined, then the clock will start again and they will be up again deciding who they would like to draft. And if the trade is accepted, then whoever's turn it is will go next. So I think that's it for this draft. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. With the first pick in the 2024 National Gaga League draft, the Shirts Outlaws select Becton Leon. First overall. At the first pick, the Shirts Outlaws drafted Becton Leon. Becton is looking like a fantastic pick at number 1, and I think that this is going to be one of the best, most effective picks of the draft. I think in terms of upside, he has maybe more than any player period in this entire draft class, plus the captains. He has so much upside. I mean, with how much tennis skills that he has, that would translate perfectly into Gaga Ball. I see this being an amazing fit. Also having great chemistry with myself, the captain. Obviously, I am a little bit biased towards this pick because I made it myself, but I think this is going to end up being one of the best picks of the draft, and I think that this was spot on, exactly what they needed. Let's move on to number 2. With the second overall pick in the 2024 National Gaga League draft, the Cibolo Spartans select Aiden the Rocket Corbett. A bit of a curveball here. The Spartans at 2 select Aiden Corbett, or as some people like to call him, Rocket. He is an awesome guy, and I think he's going to be an awesome player in this league. Now, I was not expecting him to get drafted at 2, and obviously nothing against him, nothing against Jordan for drafting him. I just was not expecting him to get drafted at 2, so to see this is a shock to me, but in the best way possible. I think he's going to love this league so much. I think he's going to put so much effort into every game, every performance that he has, and so I think that this pick is going to age very, very nicely. I think this pick is going to work wonders for this team. He's that kind of player that could carry the team on his back and could be the best player on a team. Also could be an amazing supporting player if it comes to that. Really, it just obviously depends on how the rest of the team around him plays, which obviously we don't quite know what the rest of the team around him is yet. But I think this is a really nice pick from Captain Jordan Simmons. I like this pick a lot. So let's move on to number 3. With the third overall pick in the 2024 National Gaga League draft, the newly named San Marcos Stallions select Gregory Stevens. At the third overall pick, we have Gregory Stevens. Now, unfortunately, he will not be able to play in the league, unfortunately. So, very sad to see that. He was going to be such an awesome player in this league. You know, it hurts to see him not be able to play, but I'm sure he would have been an awesome player in this league, and I'm sure that would have been a great pick. It would have aged very, very well, and I think he would have worked very, very well with Lucky as his captain and whoever his teammates end up being. That's a bit unfortunate for Lucky. Definitely missed on that pick, specifically just for availability purposes, but I think it was the right pick. So, let's move on to the fourth pick. With the fourth overall pick in the 2024 National Gaga League draft, the San Antonio Militia select Cleophas Soto V. Congratulations. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the first round. Ending off the first round, we have the San Antonio Militia selecting Cleophas Soto V. Now, Ben James, the captain of the Militia, made a very smart move here and just picked the best player available. At least in my mind, before the season starts, Cleo is definitely one of the highest value players on the board. I think his offensive upside is just so much higher than 99% of the other players in this league. and I think that his hit power, his accuracy is going to age incredibly well and is going to help the militia a lot. And obviously playing with Ben at training camp, I know what he can do, I know what he's capable of, and I think that duo right there is going to turn into one of the league's best duos. So really nice pick here from Ben James. I really like the fit here, and I'm excited to see what he does with the rest of his draft. So let's move on to round 2. And for the start of the second round, there has been a trade. So, Ben.
Tyler, hold on. You're going to have to redo it. Your face is cut off with the...
For the beginning of the second round, there has been a trade. So, my team, the Shirts Outlaws, is going to be trading with Ben's team, the San Antonio Militia. So, the details of this trade, he has the 5th overall pick, and I have the 8th overall pick, and we are going to be swapping those 2 picks. As well as that, we will also be swapping our 3rd round picks, so Ben will receive the 10th overall pick, and I will receive the 12th overall pick. My bad. Alright? And we'll want y'all play the music just for the funny.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Your chair is horribly off
And with the 5th overall pick in the National 2024... Oh my gosh, hold on, I'm just going to say... With the 5th overall pick in the 2024 National Gaga League draft, the Shirts Outlaws select Riley Douglas. Now, starting off round 2, we obviously had a trade, and I think this trade... Oh man, this is an exciting trade to see. Obviously, I selected Riley Douglas, and I think that this is, such an awesome pick. I'm super happy to have Riley on the team. I think just in terms of dedication, hardworking, just the amount of work that he's willing to put into good at something, I think that asset is going to be incredibly valuable on this team. I've talked to him, obviously, and he said that he thinks that he can really do it all, and I totally believe that, and I know that he can put in the work to actually be able to do it all out there. So I'm very excited to see what he brings to our team, and I'm very, very happy that I was able to get this trade done. He was one of the top candidates that I wanted to get if this trade was able to go through, and so I'm very, very lucky, pun unintended, I'm very lucky to be able to say that Riley is on the Outlaws. I think he's going to mesh extremely well with me and Becton, and I'm incredibly excited to see what he does in this league. So, let's move on to pick number 6. Nope. With the 6th overall pick.
Okay.
For the 6th overall pick of the National Gaga League, I'll be drafting Chase Cahill.
Congratulations. All right, and with the 6th pick, the San Marcos Stallions select Jace Cahill. I love this pick. Jace has some great defensive upside, and not only does he have some great defensive upside, but I think in terms of chemistry and just overall being a good teammate, good team player, and a good guy to be around, I think he provides so much for a team, and I'm so incredibly excited to see what he does out there. Obviously, he has Lucky. He would have had Greg, but obviously we know what happened there. And I'm excited to see who else that he's going to be playing alongside, because if you pair him up with the right people, that team could be incredibly dangerous going into the season. So we'll obviously have to see, but I'm incredibly excited to see what those two are going to do together. Jace is obviously one of the few players in this draft that I have seen play, and I have played with, and I think he seriously has so much defensive upside, and if he can work on strengthening his offense a little bit, I think he's going to be a threat in this league. So actually, we have an interview with Jace, so let's cut straight to it, and then right after that, we will get along to the 7th overall pick. I'm here with Jace Cahill. Jace, out of all the players that actually were able to attend the draft today, you were drafted the highest overall at number 6. How do you feel? How are you feeling about your team on the San Marcos Stallions? How do you feel about the fit? What's up?
I think I like the team. I like most of the players. I think we have a really balanced, just good team. Really solid. A lot of good, solid people.
Awesome. Love the fit, by the way. As always, you got the awesome shirt and the awesome hat. Are we gonna see some of this swag on the field on game days?
Oh, absolutely. If I can manage to do something that's comfortable, it's not super high, then Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. I'm really looking forward to that. Jace, one thing that I think that Ben really liked about you was just that you have a lot of experience, and also like just the way that you were playing at training camp. I think he really liked what he saw from you. What do you think is the biggest strength that you have? What is the biggest asset that you provide to the team?
I think it's just my experience in general. Like, there's not a lot that I can think of, especially I've played for a long time, but I don't have anything that I can thoroughly think of that I'm super good at. But I think it's just my experience and how I've been playing and just what I know through the game and the people that I've met playing the game.
Yeah, I mean, experience is going to be huge in this league, especially because we have a lot of people who are experienced and are not just pure rookies and have actually played Gaga Ball before. We have quite a few. So, Jace, I appreciate the interview. I hope you have a great rest of your day as well. Thank you. Congratulations on being 6th overall.
Alrighty, y'all. And the 7th pick of the 2024 National Gaga Ball League is Spencer Langer.
Congratulations. And at the 7th overall pick, the Cibolo Spartans select Spencer Langer. And I love this pick. However, unfortunately, Spencer also is not going to be able to play in the league, and obviously very, very disappointed about that. I was very excited to see what Spencer was able to do in this league. He was somebody that I was very excited about, so very unfortunate to see that he will not be able to play in the league. However, hopefully we will have him back in future seasons as well. Obviously, we'll see, but I really hope to see him again in the future. Let's just skip to pick number 8.
With the 8th pick in the 2024 National Gaga League draft, the San Antonio Militia select McKaylee Smith.
Congratulations.
And this concludes the second round of the draft.
At pick number 8, we have the San Antonio Militia selecting McKaylee Smith. Unfortunately, she also will not be able to play in the league. Her work schedule, along with the Gaga Ball schedule, it just did not go together very well at all. So unfortunately, she will also not be able to play. I loved this pick, and I loved this value at number 8 for their team. However, obviously, she will not be able to play, which it sucks. But it's okay. Hopefully, we will also see her in future years. Don't know that for sure, but of course, we would love to see it. So. Yep, that's pick number 8. Let's move on to pick number 9.
Alrighty, y'all. We're back. We're back with the 9th pick of the draft. And the 9th pick of the 2024 National Gaga Ball League is Sydney Schwab.
Congratulations. And unfortunately, at pick number 9, the Cibolo Spartans select Sydney Schwab, and she also will not be able to play in the league. A bunch of players right in a row just all were not able to align their schedules to fit the schedule for our league, which obviously unfortunate, but I totally understand. It totally makes sense. But yeah, she was another player I was very, very excited to see out there. She was just such a wild card in my mind. She could play so many different styles, so many different play styles, play well with so many different teammates and team types. So I was very excited to see how she would mesh with whatever team she landed on. And so obviously brutal loss, as well as all the other players that will unfortunately not be able to join the league. So very unfortunate, of course. However, we are very excited to hopefully see her in the future. Don't know for sure, of course, but I'm really hoping so. So let's move on to the 10th overall pick.
With the 10th overall pick in the 2024 National Gaga League. With the 10th overall pick in the 2024 National Gaga League draft, the San Antonio Militia selects Adrian Morrison.
At the 10th overall pick, we have Adrian Morrison to the San Antonio Militia. Obviously, the Militia acquired this pick through the trade with the Outlaws, and I like this fit a lot. I think that Adrian is going to be somebody who can really thrive under the leadership of Ben, James, and I think that he's going to mesh very well with him and Cleo. And excuse me, my bad. I think that they could create a very nice trio down in San Antonio, even though we all live in San Antonio. That's a little awkward. But yeah, no, in all seriousness though, I'm very excited to see what kind of in all seriousness, I'm very excited to see what he can bring to this team and what kind of energy he can come out with. Because, you know, he's one of the younger guys. He has, you know, a bit more of that like youthful energy, and so I'm very excited to see if he can use that to make this team great. Because I'm sure he can. So I'm very excited to see it. Anyways, now to pick 11.
It's fine if there is.
You serious?
In the 2024 National Gaga... Will you do the music again this time?
With the 11th overall draft of the 2024 Gaga League, the San Marcos Stallions select Ethan Christopher Smith.
Congratulations.
At the 11th overall pick, the San Marcos Stallions selected Ethan Smith, and I think that this pick is going to age very, very well. I think that him and Ben Lucky are going to have great chemistry. I think they're going to make a great duo, and I think combined with Jace's defensive upside, I think that they could create a very dangerous trio here. I think that they're going to be a very solid starting three, and I think that they could make for a championship level team. Now, of course, nothing is guaranteed. This league is going to be very, very challenging. However, I think that they do have that type of upside with this roster, and I'm very excited to see how they pan out. And now let's move on to pick number 12.
With the 12th overall pick in the National Gaga League draft,
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
With the 12th overall pick in the 2024 National Gaga League draft, the Shirts Outlaws select Michael Weber. Congratulations, that will be the end of the third round. With the 12th overall pick, the Shirts Outlaws select Michael Weber, and I am so incredibly excited to see him play. He's somebody that I was considering picking at number 5, so to see him at number 12 is just such a joy for me. I mean, I'm incredibly excited. He's a very athletic guy. He has a football background. He's played a lot of Gaga ball, and so he's somebody I'm very excited to see go out there and just play and just have a great time, be a great teammate, be somebody that can create easy chemistry. I'm incredibly excited to see it. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. The only thing that's potentially concerning to me is just the fact that he did tear his ACL, so maybe some injury risk comes in there, but to me that is definitely worth taking for such a high value, high upside player in this league. I mean, he's the kind of player that can go out there and just be an MVP on a team. I really do believe that. So to see me being able to draft him in the bottom of round 3, I'm incredibly excited about that, and I think that's just a really nice pick. So now let's head to the next pick, the 13th pick.
With the 13th pick in the 2024 National Gaga Ball League draft, the San Antonio Militia select Mason Caramel.
At the 13th overall pick, the San Antonio Militia selected Mason Caramel, and unfortunately she will not be able to make her schedule work with the league, and so she will not be able to play. Very unfortunate that she is not able to make it, but hopefully we will see her in a future season. That would be amazing. So, yeah.
For the 14th overall pick of the Gaga Ball League of 2024, the San Marcos Stallions will be drafting Kayla Lynn Roundy.
Congratulations.
At the 14th pick, the San Marcos Stallions, with their final pick in the draft, select Kayla Roundy, and I think that this is a great pick. I think Kayla possesses a high defensive upside, and, you know, maybe she's sometimes lacking in offense, but I think that that's going to be very much evened out by the fact that Lucky and I would assume Ethan are just going to be very offensive players, very aggressive, and so I think that actually could balance out incredibly well and create a very balanced dynamic down in San Marcos. I did it again. That does not work. I don't know why I keep trying to do that. Anyways, yeah, I'm incredibly excited to see how this pick ages and how she's able to mesh with her other teammates, and I'm very excited to see that. What can I say? I'm very excited. I bet you never would have guessed. It's not like I've said it 13,000 times. Anyways, let's go to pick 15 now. With the 15th overall pick in the 2024 National Gaga League draft, the Shirts Outlaws will be selecting Shelby Rettman. Congratulations. At the 15th overall pick, the Shirts Outlaws select Shelby Rettman. I'm incredibly excited that we were able to get her. I think she possesses a high defensive upside as well, and I'm incredibly excited to see what she can go out there and do. I think there's a lot that she's very much capable of, and I'm excited to see it. I think that she can go out there and be a potential defensive player of the year candidate, and even if she doesn't come out and just immediately be a super duper awesome player, I think that she's somebody that can absolutely grow into a phenomenal Gaga Ball player. And so, whether it's this year, next year, whatever, I think that she has some of the best upside in terms of just growing into a strong player. And I'm very excited to see what she can do on my team. And I'm very happy that I was able to pick her all the way in round 4. I think I see a lot of value in that pick. So, without further ado, let's get into the final pick of the draft. But before then, let's get to an interview with Shelby. All right, so I'm here with 15th overall pick, Shelby Rettman. Shelby, you will be joining my team, the Shirts Outlaws. How are you feeling? What are your thoughts?
Well, considering I got the cops called on me for just being here, it's great that you picked me at your house.
I'm glad. Are you excited about this league?
Yes.
What's something you're looking forward to throughout the regular season and the playoffs as well?
Not getting the cops called on me at the park.
I appreciate it. Thank you for your time, and that concludes our interview.
Alrighty, guys. And for our 16th and the final pick of the 2024 Gaga Ball League is Jay Ochoa. Alrighty, guys. Thank y'all.
And with the final pick in the draft, pick number 16, the Silo Spartans selected Jay Ochoa. And Captain Jordan Simmons told me he was very, very excited about this pick. However, unfortunately, Jay was not able to make their schedule work with the league, so they will also not be joining, which is obviously very unfortunate. Another one of those players I was super excited to see go out there, so very unfortunate there. However, I'm incredibly excited to hopefully see them in future seasons. They're not out of the league by any means, and I'm hoping that we will see them in a future season, as well as a lot of these other draftees that, just were not able to make it work this season. So, yeah, I think it was a nice pick. Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to show up, but I still really like the value there, and I really, really like the pick. I just want to say congratulations to everybody who was drafted today, and thank you all for watching. This is going to be an awesome season. We're going to have some player interviews in just a second for the people that are here, and this season is going to be insane, so don't miss out. I'm here with Ben Lucky Rudd, team captain of the San Marcos Stallions. Lucky, how do you feel about your draft? I feel like you did a really good job. I feel like all the team captains did a very good job, and this is going to be a hard league to plan against, but how do you feel about your draft?
Well, I have a great team, and I'm going to win it, so of course I feel good.
You're definitely not going to win it because I'm going to win it, but that's okay. What's something you're really excited about with this team? Because I feel like you have a lot of value here. So what's something you're really excited for and looking forward to with this specific roster of players?
Well, watching them bond and also destroying your team.
Oh, I don't know about that one, bud. Who do you think was the biggest steal of the draft? Like, who do you think were you able to pick way lower than you think you should have been able to?
I think Kayla was a great pick for how late I got with all the experience she has.
I agree. I think that was a really good pick. Well, Lucky, I appreciate the interview, and I can't wait to return to these clips after we destroy you and win the championship. All right. I'm here with Ben James, team captain of the San Antonio Militia. Ben, how do you feel about your draft? I feel like you killed it. I feel like, again, I know I said this last time, but I feel like all the captains killed it, but I think you did a great job. What's something you're really looking forward to with this roster?
Something that I really love about this roster is, as you said, I did kill it in this draft. We have a very balanced team, so I'm definitely looking forward to see how all of our players can work together to form probably the best team in the league, in my opinion.
Oh, I don't know about that. We'll see. I still think, we've got it, but that's not important right now. Who do you think was your biggest steal? Because I feel like you had a lot of players that you were able to pick really low that have really high upside, so I was just curious. What do you think is your biggest steal of the draft?
My biggest steal was probably definitely McKaylee, since after interviewing her, she was very experienced in this game. Definitely not a rookie, so I think she was my biggest steal in round 3.
Awesome. So obviously, you in the first round got to pick Cleo Fasota the fifth, our newest addition to the league. What do you think? I mean, obviously you picked him round 1, so you see a lot of upside in him. Why don't you tell me about it? Like, what made you interested? What made you want to pick him in the first round?
I decided to pick Cleo since I know he has athletic background since he's played football and all that. Then he also is a very good team worker since he not to brag, he was in a movie. So we know he can work together with new people and is able to form really good relationships while also having a good athletic background.
I like it. One more question that I suddenly blanked on, so just give me a second to try and remember what my question was. Yeah, how do you feel? How are you feeling today? Just while I'm, stalling while I'm thinking about what my question was.
I feel really good today. We all had great drafts, but I found mine was to be really good, and I feel like our team will definitely be able to at least make the playoffs.
Well, every team will make the playoffs, so I would hope that your team makes the playoffs. No, but in all seriousness, what made you want to accept the trade between our two teams? Obviously, we pick swapped in round 2. I took the top of round 2, and you took the bottom of round 2, and then in round 3, you were 10, and I was at 12. What made you want to take that trade, and what value do you think you saw out of it? Because I think clearly you found good value out of it. So what was the value that you found?
The reason I wanted that is because from the very beginning, even before we got our draft orders, I knew I would rather have multiple well-rounded middle round picks than 1 or 2 high value. So at the beginning, I had the last pick of round 1, but then the first pick of round 2. But then when the trade was offered, I realized I would get more mid-round value. Yes, I'd be giving up top pick of round 2, but I'd be able to get a lot more mid-round value to find a more overbalanced team.
I like it. Well, Ben, that was our interview. Congratulations on the great draft, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
All right, I'm here with Jordan Simmons, team captain of the Cibolo Spartans. I've asked this question to everybody else, and I've told everyone this. You killed the draft. I think everybody did. How do you feel? Who do you think? Who are some of the players you're really excited about that you have on your team? What was kind of your strategy going into the draft? I want to know some of that background.
Well, first off, in all honesty, I feel really good about it overall. I came here and I wasn't too sure of how it would turn out, honestly, because I knew we have a lot of really good picks. We have a lot of people out there, a lot of potential with a lot of people, a lot of amazing heart out there. So just coming here and just trying to do our picks for the draft in general, it was a really tough choice, honestly. But I'm really happy with how it's going to turn out. I'm really glad I picked some certain people. I got experienced people. I have a person who's a rookie also, so I'm definitely glad to put our experienced people in and definitely get those rookie out there, see what they can do. And I just feel really proud of it.
You should be proud of it. You had a really great draft as well as everybody else here. Jordan, one thing that I did want to ask you about was you had the final pick in the draft, but you told me that you actually wanted to pick Jay anyways. So how happy were you that they were able to fall all the way to 16 and you didn't even have to worry about trading up? I mean, you said that you wanted to pick them anyways, so the fact that they fell to you at 16 is awesome value. Just tell me about that. What interested you so much with Jay?
What definitely interests me so much with Jay was just Jay as a person in general. I really, really love Jay. Jay is kind. I love how Jay just has a whole bunch of fun with things. And as soon as I heard that they were joining this National Gaga Ball League, and it just filled my heart with joy because I really wanted to have Jay as part of my team, and I really think that they could be a really true, valuable asset to me. So I was really happy.
I agree. I think Jay's going to be very valuable, and I think that going 16th overall is honestly kind of a crime. So you picked Aiden the Rocket Corbett at 2nd overall, and I was shocked by that, but not because I think the value is bad. I just didn't expect him to go 2nd overall, but I think it was a great pick. What was your thought process there? Because, I mean, he adds a lot of value. I was just curious what value you saw in him and why you wanted to pick him 2nd.
Well, definitely Aiden's energy. Definitely, okay, I'll also use the Rocket in this, actually. Definitely the Rocket's energy because into everything that I just see Aiden, the Rocket, put himself into, he just has a lot of heart with it, and he's just very proud to do every single thing he does. And when it comes to this, I know he's definitely going to have a lot of energy to do it, so I'm excited to see what he does out there on that field.
Oh, he will. He's going to be a force in this league. Jordan, who do you think was your biggest steal besides Jay? Because I already know you're probably thinking Jay. I mean, somebody who was already on your draft board anyways, but who was somebody else that you were really happy to be able to pick where you did?
One I will definitely say is I was really actually excited to get Spencer on my team. I was really, really happy to get Spencer on my team because I know Spencer, based off of what I was seeing, Spencer is a rookie. So I was really, really excited to see what we can get Spencer to do on that field and just see what they can do, just get him in action.
I agree. Watching all these rookies play is going to be so much fun. Jordan, any closing statements? How do you feel about your odds going into the season? Anything you want to put out there before we conclude this interview?
Well, I'm just trying to bring my team together as best as possible. I really think we're going to go far in this league. I'm not saying not to trash on anyone, but I do think we have a really strong chance. So I'll just leave it at that and just best of luck to all the other teams going out there.
I like the humble confidence. Thank you for the congratulations. Congratulations on the amazing draft. And I appreciate you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Hi there. I'm with Tyler Roundy, the team captain of the Shirts Outlaws. First thing off, everyone's wondering, you had the first overall pick. What made you decide to go with Becton?
I mean, him and I have one of the best duos in probably this whole league. We have a lot of chemistry. I've known him for 3 years now, and so he's somebody that I know very well, and he has so much passion and energy, and I think a lot of his skills from playing tennis are going to translate very well. He has a lot of endurance. He has high energy. He's a great teammate. He has a great mindset. Honestly, going into this draft, he was the only player that I didn't have any red flags for. I mean, just maybe the lack of experience, but I know he's going to work really, really hard, and I mean, that was why I traded up to 1. I wanted to secure my guy, and I'm really, really happy with Becton on my team. So, yeah.
As you said, with lack of experience, since obviously you killed it in the draft, as we all did, what made you decide to go for 2 rookies this year?
I mean, at the end of the day, it was chemistry and 2 people who are hardworking. Becton's a rookie. I have no lack of confidence in him. I have full confidence that he's going to go out there and kill it and that he's going to be an MVP candidate this year. Also with Riley, he's such a hardworking guy, and I know that he's going to go out there and he's going to push himself and he's going to turn into one of the best players while also having so much fun in this. And I have full confidence that those 2 guys are going to be stars in this league. I think they're going to do an awesome job, and I think they're going to mesh really well with our other players on our team as well.
Speaking of trades, what was your thought process when you decided to ask me for the trade for the 5th round pick? What was your idea? What were you trying to go for there?
I mean, really, at the end of the day, I wanted to secure myself. There was a couple different people that I wanted to secure myself at number 5, and Riley was one of my top candidates. Just because he also has known Becton for 3 years now, and we're all 3 in choir together, and so I thought that trio was something that I was really looking forward to, along with Michael and Shelby, who were drafted in the 3rd and 4th rounds. I think that this team has something going for it in its experience, its age, but also just its confidence in the pit. And I think we're just the most different out of all the other teams, and I think that's going to really help us win the championship this year. So, yeah.
And finally, do you think you have what it takes to win the Super Bowl, basically, of this league?
Yeah, I mean, I think my team is definitely capable of winning the finals this year. I mean, I think any of the teams are genuinely very much capable, and I think at the end of the day, it's going to come down to who can be the best coach for their players, who can coach up everybody the best, who can get everybody to focus up, bring their energy up. And at the end of the day, I have the most experience with this game. That's why I started this league. And I think that the fact that I have as much knowledge of this game that I do, I think that's going to go such a long way. And I think at the end of the day, it's going to result in a championship. I mean, I can never guarantee that because we had 3 other team captains who had awesome drafts. So, it's going to be challenging. It's going to be so much fun, and I cannot wait. I mean, my only goal is not a championship. I want one of my players to win the MVP award this year. I want somebody on my team to win most clutch player. I would love to win the best team captain award. There's, tons of awards and things that I think that we are really capable of doing. I want us to get the 1 seed. There's a lot of things that I think we can accomplish this year. I'll stop yapping, but I think this team is definitely capable of making it to the championship. I'm not going to say we're guaranteed, but I have full confidence that we can go out there and win against any team in this league.
And since every other team captain's answered it, who do you think was your biggest steal in this draft?
I mean, it has to be either Michael or Shelby. Shelby, for chemistry's sake, I think she's going to go out there, and she's going to go out there and do what she needs to do. She's going to get it done in there, and I think she's going to be really, really valuable on the defensive side of the ball because I have a lot of plans on defense, and I think she's going to help out a lot there. And then Michael, I knew here that only Lucky knew Michael, so I knew going in that I had the chance to draft him fairly low. And I think he has some of the highest upside. He told me he's played this game a lot. He is super athletic. He's really good. The only thing that I'm potentially worried about is just because he tore his ACL a couple years ago, that maybe that might affect his mobility a little bit, but I really don't think it's going to come into effect that much with how much experience he has. So, yeah, I mean, I would say any of my players were a steal, though, because like Riley at 5, I think he's a first-round value. Not saying necessarily over any of the first-round picks, but great value. And I mean, Becton at 1 is still a steal. Like, I don't care that I had to give up stuff to get him, but yeah, I mean, I'll shut up now, but that's what I've got to say.
All right, thank you for your time.
Of course.
I appreciate you guys watching. This is Tyler Roundy, the commissioner of the National Gaga League, and you just watched our 2024 draft. Thank you. Signing out.